Hello, my crafty friend, it's Tranae, and we are in the last phase of making our flipbook. How exciting! So in the first video, I showed you how to create the general construction of this flipbook using a file folder. If you haven't seen that video yet, then, it's up there, it's linked. You can watch it. Now, in the second video, I showed you how to create this really awesome little shaker pocket, and it shakes. I like to shake it. What? I like to shake it. What? All right. So in this video, I'm going to show you how I created these pockets throughout the flipbook. And this one is like my favorite. It lifts up and then you have like an upside down pocket with some washi tape. Now, I will be giving this flipbook away to one of my lucky winners. All you have to do is leave me a comment, and you have 3 opportunities to enter if you go and comment on each video in this series, and I will announce the winner 2 weeks from today. And how cute is that? You get a set of my buttons. And if you don't want to wait for the announcement on who won the flipbook, all you have to do is go to my Etsy shop and get your buttons. We will appreciate your business, if I can get the words out. All right, also in this video, I'm going to show you how I made this closure using the Julie Nuttings. Who is Jenny Nuttings? I don't know. The Julie Nuttings doll stamp, and this is just a package that came from there. So, keep watching, and let's get started. Well, let's finish. We already got started. Let's finish making this flipbook. Alright, so before we make our pocket, we need to find out how wide this is. So I believe it's 4.5, but we're gonna just double check. And it's 4.5. But you never can be too sure. So I am going to do a 2 1/4 when I line this edge up. I want it to be at 2 1/4, and I'm using this ruler to make sure I'm there. Alright, and then we give it a punch, and you guys can see what I was doing. So I have that lined up to 2 1/4 on this side, and then you punch down, and boom, there is our little peak for the tabs. And now we are going to make that pocket. So we already have this in place. We're going to take this and turn it to the back side. As you can see, the back. And we are just going to add tape all around where we put that little notch on that panel. You're going to tape it all the way around, just on those 3 sides. So grab your score tape, and then you're going to lift this. I'm going to push this little piece of tape back. You're going to lift it and just fold it over on itself to create your pocket. And there is that pocket that we were using for our tags right here. As you can see, I can put stuff in there. Alright, so let's keep it moving. Alright, so over here I have I had little pockets as well. And for these pockets are really simple. All you're going to do is grab your X-Acto knife, your ruler, and mark out where you want your pockets to go. Alright, so I am going to grab some more of my tape, and this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to put this at the top of this side. Basically doing it 3 on the 3 sides around. It's going to go here, and it's going to go on this side as well. Alright, and now all we're going to do is close our pieces. And we have created our pockets. And as you can see, we can add stuff here and we can add stuff here. Alright, now I'm going to show you how we created that flap for this side over here. So now you're going to grab that sheet of paper that we had from, you know, that little panel, and these are already scored, so you're just going to fold it on that last score line. Fold it back. And mine has a little ridge in there, so I'm going to trim that off. I'm just trimming that right off. And then you want to hold your scissors at an angle and just clip the sides just a little bit. Alright. So grab your score tape. And I'm grabbing mine in a 1/2 inch this time. And you're going to put it right across this flap. Peeled it off. I'm going to fold back any of the overhang, and then we're just going to line this up with the top of this panel. There we go. And that will fold in. Grab your bone folder and press it out. And there we go. And as you can see, this goes over a little too much when you fold. So all I'm going to do is grab my X-Acto knife and my paper trimmer and just trim off a little bit of that edge to make sure that it folds nicely inside of my flip book. You may have to do this, you may not. It just depends. I've noticed that with the plain flip books, with the plain file folders, I don't have to do it like the lightweight ones, but with the heavyweight ones, I do. So there we go. And I'm going to fold it up to see if I need to trim off a little bit more. And it seems like everything is good. So at this point, I am just decorating the album with different papers, and this isn't really anything that, you need like an in-depth tutorial or understanding. I am literally just cutting the papers down to size and sticking them on there. However, the one I did want to talk a little bit more about is this upside down pocket. Now, it's literally just creating a pocket and putting it upside down. As you can see, I use score tape, and I just did the 3 perimeters and left the bottom part where I can tuck stuff under there, and I think that adds like a special touch. So I continue to just add papers onto the flip book, and that is pretty much it for decorating it. So I am going to speed through the process, and then in about a minute or so, I'll come back and walk you through how I created the closure for the front of the album. Alright, so now we are almost done. We're going to create the band for our book, and I'm doing this one a little bit different. I am going to make the band pretty much stationary. It's always going to be on the book or on the file folder. It's going to be part of it. So I'm just taking my score tape and I'm adding it to this little area here. Grabbing my scissors and let's trim that out a little bit. Now on the first one I didn't do this. I just kind of glued the band on itself like this, and it slides on and off, but I wanted to do something a little bit different, so I'm doing this one to where the band will always be on the flip book or on the file folder. So let's peel this up. Find where you want it and stick it down. Alright, so that's that part. I'm just making sure it still fits right because we're going to have to trim some of this off, which is okay. But next we're going to take my little doll cover, and you guys, all I did was took this right off the packaging because why let that go to waste? And this is going to be what holds everything in place. So I'm just putting some tape around the areas that are more vulnerable to lifting up, which is top and bottom, and then of course we need it on the side so it'll stay. And that's going to make sure that that has a really nice seal. And then I'm just going to add it right along that edge, just like so. Then we're going to fold this around and see where it needs to stop. I think it needs to stop about right here. So I'm just doing a little notch with my scissors because I want it to be fairly straight. So I'm going to come over and grab my trimmer. And I am lining it up here. There we go. Then I'm going to take my corner chomper. I'm using the 1/2 inch side, and we are going to chomp the corner. There we go. And now this just slides in like so. There we have it, our file folder flip book, and I think it's awesome sauce. Remember, if you want to win this flip book and all the goodies that are included, be sure to leave me a comment. That's all you gotta do. In this flip book we have tags, we have journaling cards, we have something extra back there that I'm gonna let be a surprise. We have some photos, a photo mat, and the cool thing about this is it can easily be a photo album. So go ahead, and not to mention these buttons, y'all. I love them. That's my favorite. Don't flock with me, because sometimes you gotta let people know. Don't flock with me, honey. I ain't in the mood. So that is it for me today. Why is this sticking? There we go. That is it for me today. If you would like to win, you got to enter. It doesn't cost a thing, and it's open to everyone. Just leave a comment and you will be entered. So that's it for me, you guys. Thank you so much for watching the video and for you know, being a subscriber. Oh, and if you're not, hit that button. Go and subscribe. Yeah, I ate a lot of candy today. I'm sorry. But I will see you guys in the next video. Until next time, bye.